Hi Scorpio, it's Jill and welcome to Tarot by the Sea. I think the sound's a little bit out on the video actually. Yeah, no, it seems to be okay. Right, okay. But I don't have my microphone on. So, okay. They're just reminding me I don't have my microphone on. Bear with me 1 second. Right, this is going to be your reading from the 15th to the 21st of January 2018. Sorry, I'm going to turn that round. I don't like having reverse cards in my deck, though they do sometimes come out reversed. I hope you're well. I hope you're really, really well. I am using Gilded Tarot, Ciro Marchetti, and the Fairy Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine for this one. I don't think I got your monthly out for January. I'm so sorry. If you've watched me before, you'll know about the building trauma, but we're getting there. So hopefully I can start being a little bit more consistent. Okay, right. Your first card's the Hierophant. Oops. Queen of Swords in reverse. Whoa, what was that? Oh my goodness. Okay, right, we're going to take those two out because I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I've got a new guide. The cards are just being thrown everywhere at the moment. It's just like, the Emperor just came out, and obviously the Queen of Swords just came flying out into reverse because I said I don't have any reverse cards in my deck, and then the Emperor just came flying out and landed on top of the Hierophant. Oh, right, okay, calm down please, because I can't read like this. This is just crazy. Okay, and it gave me the Moon, and then I put the Moon back in the deck and it's come back out again. Alright, Scorpio, we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, as the bottom of your deck. Hopefully things will calm down a little bit now. Someone's a little bit over enthusiastic, I think. Right, so let's see what that is. Okay, King of Summer. King of Summer is the King of Cups, so we have the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and we have the King of Summer as the first card that's come out in this deck. So it could be the same person, or it could be two water signs, okay, coming together. We also have the Emperor, so it could be a water and water and a fire sign. Sorry, it does make me laugh, but it's just like, calm down, crikey. Scorpio, where are you? Alright, Three of Summer, news worth celebrating. And you have the, okay, right, and on the bottom of this deck you have the Three of Winter, which is the Three of Swords. Okay, in this deck it's slightly different. Okay, the Three of Swords says, reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from this situation, sadness that will heal in time. Okay, Three of Swords in the traditional deck is heartbreak. Alright, or it could be a third party relationship. It's the heart with the three swords going through it. It can also be working together with other people on something that you love. Okay, so it could be working together with other people on something that you love. That's just my interpretation of it. That's what's come to me in the past before, so it could be that. Right, so, God, right. I put in a bit of a complaint to the guys upstairs because I said that it wasn't specific enough, because it didn't tell me actions or it didn't tell me who people were. So they've started giving me people as well. So we have the Hierophant. Okay, the Hierophant is basically, it's tradition, it's tradition, it's higher education, it's government, it's church, it's all of those things. It's that stable, secure kind of very kind of Pentacles energy, I suppose. I'm sure it's affiliated to one of the cards, but I can't remember which one. Right, okay, so then we have the Emperor, which is usually an air sign. It's usually an Aries. Okay, and it kind of ties in with this. It's that kind of very stable, very secure, quite traditional government and oh my goodness, my words are not coming out. Sorry, I've just seen something about the cards, the numbers as well. So it's that. But then you also have the King of Summer, Okay, and the King of Summer is the King of Cups. So the Emperor and the King of Cups could be the same person. So it could be someone who's got fire in their chart, and Aries, and someone who has got water in their chart as well. So Pisces, Scorpio or Cancer. Okay. And it says, honourable, devoted, mature and warm-hearted. A romantic partner you can trust, excellent advice that comes from the heart, getting involved in a cultural creative endeavour. This is pretty much all tying in together, okay? It's all to do with community, it's all to do with society, it's all to do with structure and things like that, okay? If it's a person, it's someone who's quite traditional, it's someone who's quite stable, it's possibly someone who's quite well off, could also be someone who's a little bit controlling. Perhaps the Emperor, they like things their way, but they're also very loving and nurturing, okay, and honourable and devoted and mature and warm-hearted. So if that's a person. Now we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, now the Queen of Swords is a lady who has been seriously hurt in the past, and she has got no issues about cutting you off. She's very kind, she's very sweet, she's very nice. But she has been hurt, and she's defensive, and she is kind of not at her best when she's in reverse. Usually she can be very, very harsh with her words, she can be very sharp, she can be very guarded, and she will cut you really, really badly. Okay, but for some of you in this case, I wonder whether you've kind of been a little bit like this. Yeah. For some of you, you may have been a little bit like this and you're coming out of it. For others of you, this is how you're feeling. Okay. For some of you, this is how you're feeling. For some of you, you've been like this, actually, and now you're coming out of it because you have the Tower. You have life experience, and it says, let go of belief systems that no longer work for you. An important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. You're not going to get many significant opportunities if you're being this, okay? Because you're just going to cut everything out. Maybe the change is that you've gone from being this to being a little bit less guarded, a little bit less defensive. Actually, your barrier, your bound. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm getting. Okay. When you're defensive, they say you build your walls up. Okay, the Tower is the walls coming down. Yeah, so you've been guarded, you've been defensive, you've been cutting out the bullshit, you've been all of that kind of stuff. You've been really, really like, ugh. Or this other person has, someone around you has. And now we're at the point where the walls are coming down. Okay, and that's a big change. And it could lead to something. Then you have the Five of Spring. Okay, and the Five of Spring is the Five of Wands. If you wonder why I keep looking down, I can never remember what springs and wands and all that kind of stuff is. So I've got it written down in front of me. So we have the Five of Spring. It says, opposing goals arising from differing opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others, overly ambitious person. And then you have the Lovers, which is making a decision about love. Maybe you're a little bit conflicted about this. The Five of Spring is a Five of Wands. Okay, it's kind of bickering generally. In the other deck, it's kind of bickering and... now that's interesting. Okay, it's kind of bickering, it's arguing. But it's not serious arguing. It's not like massive. It's just kind of like... Okay. But with this one, I think maybe you're at odds about making a decision about this, about moving forward with it. And it's saying, this is actually an instruction card, it's saying let go of beliefs that no longer serve you. Okay. So perhaps you need to either cut this out or you need to not cut this out. Okay, because there are opportunities there, yeah? A situation that leads to significant opportunities. And then you have this Knight of Wands, this passionate bearer of movement and messages, all right? Now, the Knight of Wands is a little bit of a concern sometimes because he comes in all fiery and passionate and wonderful, and then he buggers off again, okay? And it says, trust there is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on what frightens or worries you. This could tie in with this where you're feeling at odds with yourself. Okay, so you have the Five of Summer, which is the Five of Cups. In the traditional deck, it's the guy crying over spilt milk, okay? But in this deck, it's remove yourself from negative emotions of others, trust there is a reason for everything, and focusing what frightens or worries you. So I think maybe you're not, either somebody comes in with this passionate movement forward, and it scares the bejesus out of you, or you're not doing this because you're conflicted and you're not ready. But this isn't in reverse, you see, so I'm assuming that somebody is moving forward with this, and maybe you're being told to trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Get yourself out the negative emotions in your own head and stop focusing on what frightens or worries you. Okay, so maybe that's what you have to do, and just move forward with it. You have the moon, okay? There are still things that you don't know. There are still things that you don't know. It's not even a full moon, so there's probably quite a lot that you don't know. You're not sure. And then you have these two wolves, which quite often to me looks like a pair. Yeah, everything's kind of paired up. Yeah, you have the two wands, or two torches, you have the two wolves, and then you have this crab in the middle, which kind of indicates to me the going back to the bickering of the okay. It could be a Scorpio, it could be a Cancer, it could be any water sign, it could be an air sign, and it could be, I don't think it's an earth sign, I'm not getting earth sign energy from it. And then you have the Three of Summer, so it could be third party. Just had that for Pisces as well, so if it is a water sign, could be involving Pisces, could also be involving Cancer. But in this deck, so the Three of Cups, again, it's a weird card because it's like celebrating with friends and having a really, really good time. Or it's a third-party relationship. Oh my goodness. Okay, if you're in a third-party relationship, you're with different people having a good time. So I can kind of see it. But Three of Summer, Three of Cups, news worth celebrating, announcements such as weddings, graduations, or births, and friends you cherish. Usually this bit in the middle makes me think of work, okay, because it's clockwork. At the moment it's making me think of time. Things will become uncovered with time, and I think, what am I getting for that? I'm struggling with the cards in this section with both my readings today. And I think this is your choice. I think you've got the Page of Swords and you've got the Ten of Cups. And I think this Page of Swords is either a child, because it's obviously to do with the Queen of Swords, okay? It could be the Queen of Swords' child that could be causing issues. It could be their child causing issues, Scorpio. Or it could be that they're younger than you. And maybe they soften up a bit, you know, because if the barriers come down, maybe they go from the Queen of Swords to the Page of Swords. Okay, so maybe they're younger than you as well. Possibly. It's a little bit vague, that bit, and I might clarify. But then you have the Five of Cups. You've just had the Five of Summer, yeah, which is the same card. So it's the Five of Cups. That's crying over spilt milk situation. And it says Ten of Spring, Ten of Wands. Okay, you're feeling a little bit overburdened by this. It says ask for help from others, all work and no play, being weighed down by too many responsibilities. Maybe it's all a bit too much for you. Yeah, maybe it's all a bit too much for you, and it's just like you're not sure where you're going with it. You're really genuinely not sure where you're going with it, I don't think. It's like you're really conflicted in your own head, and it's just like, I think it's this. I think it's like, is this a really immature idea, or is it going to give me the Ten of Cups? That's the feeling that I get. It's like, is it like, or for some of you, it's going to be like, are we going to have the Ten of Cups? with these children. Do you see what I mean? It's like they've got kids, they've got happy home and all this kind of stuff, and it's maybe that's what you're looking at, and maybe you want to be part of that. Maybe you want to be part of that, or maybe you think it's too much. Maybe it's like they've got the house and they've got the this and they've got the that, and you've got the kids and you've got all the kind of responsibility, and it's coming back to the Hierophant. It's all that kind of, and the Emperor and stuff, and it's just like, oh, do I really want it? Do I really want all that? And it says, do more research before proceeding. Yeah, education in the form of seminars, going back to school or apprenticeships, excellent craftsmanship and long-term projects. For some of you, it's just a case of wait and see. For others of you, the Eight of Autumn is the Eight of Pentacles. For some of you, it's just a case of wait and see. For some of you, it's just focus on other things. Just focus on other things, because I think you will find out over time, but just focus on other things that you're doing as well. It's a long-term project. It's Pentacles, okay? Maybe you're tied into a long-term project. Maybe that's what it is. And at the moment you don't have time for your family and things like that. For some of you, that's what it is. For some of you, this is a work reading, and basically it is about, doing your work. And then you have these opposing goals, and you have this Gemini, okay, that perhaps you're working with, who is the Queen of Swords, and she's doing your head in. There is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, all right? Maybe that's what it is, focusing on what frightens or worries you. And then you have this Knight of Wands. So it's just a case of moving forward at that point, maybe even if they are doing your head in, because things will come right in time. Okay, things will come right in time. And it's saying, ask for help from others, all work and no play. Maybe you need to be spending less time at work, more time in your happy home. Yeah, and actually dealing with people. Reach out to others for comfort and support. You grow stronger from this situation, sadness that will heal with time. Possibly you've been dealing with the Queen of Cups. Okay, you've got the Three of Wands. The Three of Winter, which is the Three of Swords with this Queen of Cups. You're moving away. Stress that comes from having many things happening at once, successful multitasking, sudden events or changes. This kind of sums up your entire reading, this Eight of Spring, because we have stress that comes from having too many things to do. You're feeling overburdened. Successful multitasking, you're handling it though, and sudden changes or events. You have the Tower. Okay, so something is happening in this week, and it could be a case of you have two walking away from a water signs, from the Queen of Cups. Look. You have two walking away from the Queen of Cups, or perhaps the Queen of Cups. Yeah, the Queen of Cups is watching you go. And then you have the King of Cups, which is really disturbing, because you have two Kings of Cups, yeah, and you have the Queen of Cups, and this is quite potentially a soulmate relationship. So if you walk away, but soulmates aren't always there. Soulmates aren't always there to be there forever. They're there to teach us something, and then they go off. You have the Three of Cups and you have the Three of Winter. So you have two third-party relationship cards, and you have two walking away cards as well. So I will leave that with you. You know your life better than I do. It's a little bit, it feels like a really heavy week, Scorpio. It does feel like a really heavy week. It feels like you've got lots going on. You're really, really busy. You've got responsibilities. You're not getting much time to spend with people. You've got this decision about whatever it is you need to make. You've got a Tower, and you're having to change your belief systems and change things. And it feels like it's a heavy week, but I think you're getting through it. My feeling is, given the cards that you've got, again, we've just had this with Pisces as well. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards, 5 major arcana cards in your deck. out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 out of 14 cards, you have 5 that are major arcana. This is a big week for you. And on the bottom of your deck as well, you've got the Magician and you've got the Fool. Okay, so I think you're moving into something new. I think you're moving into something new. I don't know if that made any sense. It feels a little bit disjointed to me, but I think perhaps it might be a little bit disjointed because you've just got so much going on. And it feels like it's a very transitional week, but I'm not entirely sure how... I don't even think... My sense is you're not even going to see it. It's like there's going to be so much going on that you're not even really going to be kind of like buying into the fact that this is massive transitional week, because you're just going to have so much to do. And I think that's okay. I think that's okay for you. You will come out of the end of it okay. I just think it's going to be a bit of a full-on one. So fingers crossed, everything is good. Let me know, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, I'm not going to make any promises about next readings. Builders are just about finished. I've got plasterers in today, so they're quite quiet, but I've got floors getting laid next week, so I don't know how noisy that's going to be. Anyway, lots of love to you, and I will get readings out as soon as I possibly can for you. Take care, lots of love, bye bye.